Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lele's Artistic Jewelry Design channel. My name is Lele. Hopefully everyone had a beautiful week, a wonderful week, wonderful weather. I want to welcome you to my channel. Today we are going to be making a necklace from the bargain bead box of warm weather sweater. Say that 3 times. Let me just make sure I got it right. Sweater weather collection. Sweater weather collection from the bargain bead box. The cost of it is $22.97. The tax is $24.37. You can also go into their sister store, bead box, bargain bead box, at their sister store to buy any of the supplies and beads that you see. Beadboxbargain.com to buy anything that you see that I'll be working with. But before I get started with any project, I read on my book of blessings. So without further ado, let's hop into it. It says, "Thou hast given so much to me. Give me one thing more, a grateful heart," by George Herbert. Goes on to say, "Cherish the chance to work and play and think and act and think and speak and sing. All simple pleasures are opportunities for grateful praise. When did you last pause to recognize God's wisdom in the timing of events in your life? Have you thanked Him? Oh, worship the King, all glorious above. Oh, gratefully sing His power and His love," by Robert Grant. Don't forget every time you wake up to give God the thanks for every morning that you wake up. God loves to hear it when you thank Him. This concludes our blessing reading of today, and may it bless you and bless someone else. And let's get off into sweater weather. I cannot say that much because it's a tongue tie. It's a tongue twister. Sweater weather. That's enough of trying to say that. So, I already have one thing already beaded up on my rod, my magic rod from Louisa's channel. And I keep forgetting to put her channel and her website down there. I apologize for that. I'll put it in the description below this time. But here we have these right here is from my own collection. There's only one thing that's going to be in this necklace that is from my own collection. However, it mimics the other beads. Sorry for reaching across you, but what I got on these, the large ones, is called Colorful Crazy Agate. The people I got these from, can no longer buy these from them because they're no longer in business. But here we have on this rod, we have the gray, the opaque gray crystal faceted bicones. We also have the obsidian, the mahogany obsidian round beads, which is these right here. Let me just move this up some. So, this is the opaque gray, the mahogany obsidian, some more gray. We have the bead caps and bargain bead box from this collection. And these right here are the crazy agates. As you can see, it does have the colors of the beads from this collection in there, which is perfectly matched to this collection. And here we have the dark coral red bicones, and we have some more obsidian. We have these right here. I think these are, no, these are the barrel dark coral reds. And these little itty bitty ones. Let me see if I can find that. Excuse me for 1 minute. Let me just find them. Okay, we should. Okay, this come from the mix. This come from this little mix right here. So what I did is I just pulled out the red bicones. Sorry about that. I'm in the camera shot. What I did is I pulled out the bicones. So these are the red bicones that come from this glass bead mix right here, the Autumn Heart mix. I just pulled out the bicones that was out of this mix. And we have the coral red barrel beads with some spacer beads right here. The flat spacer beads. These are the daisy spacers, antique daisy spacers that's on either side of these are the daisy spacers, the barrel beads. And we have some more gray opaque, the mahogany obsidian. Then we have some more crazy agate, as you can see. It goes with that warm weather collection. Some more red bicones, some more obsidian, more barrel beads. It just repeats itself down, all the way down. We're going to be using some chain as well. And we also, so I'm going to show you everything that we're going to be using. And this is how I did. This is the centerpiece. This is the focal point. So what I did is I took some of the connectors and I forgot the name of the connectors, but I took some of the flower connectors, took some of the other connectors from the collection, and took this little wooden piece. I connected those together and put this there. Now I'm hoping that this will work the way I want it to work. We're hoping. So see, that's how that's gonna look. So I have some oval bicones here. I mean some oval jump rings that's connected to these right here. That's why this is able to spread out the way that it's spreading, because of the oval jump rings. So this is all the materials. We're going to be using some of that brass clamshells, jump rings. We're going to be using print beads, the barrel beads right here, the coral barrel beads, the gray opaque beads, bicones. We're going to be using the toggle clasp from that collection as well. We're going to be using the chain from that collection as well. We got these right here. We might use this right here. I'm not sure, because I'm not quite sure, but you can always mix metals. And of course, we're going to be using the jump rings. We're going to be using the bead caps from the collection. The daisy spacers from that collection. Some round jump rings from my own stash. We're going to be using some of these red bicones and rounds from out of this the mix. The Autumn Hearth mix. We're gonna be using some of those out of there. We're gonna be using some of my colorful crazy agate gemstones from out of there. And we're gonna be using some beading wire. So without further ado, let's get started to see how this is going to pan out. So I'm just going to push my tray up here. I always work out of my tray. So we're going to do the first rock, and then the second, the other half of the necklace, I'm going to fast forward it so I don't waste, a lot of time with you all. I'm going to fast forward it, and that way the video won't be as long. So sit back, relax, have some juice, pop, water, and enjoy the beading session. I'm just opening up my beading wire so I can pull some wire through. There's a little opening right there where I can pull my wire through. I just have to get it in the slot right. Because I'm going to be working off of the spool. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just pull some first. Okay. Set my wires to the side. So let's just get some beads from off of here. I'll start off with the gray opaque. First of all, let me see. Okay, we're gonna put, I went and got me some brass seed beads. Some glass brass seed beads. So we're gonna put one of those on first. Then we'll do the beads. Put the obsidian on. Then opaque gray. I think I better put on my magnifying glasses. And then put on a bead cap. Crazy agate. See how that crazy agate look? It has red, brown, and gray in it. You'll be able to see it better once I put it on the string. See all the colors that's in it? Then put on the other bead cap. Then we're going to put on some red bicones with the obsidian. The mahogany obsidian. Another red bicone. Daisy spacer. Dark coral red barrel bead. There's been some beautiful designs made with this collection as well. Another daisy spacer. So many things have come up till I wasn't able to just jump right into it. I had already kind of knew what I wanted to do with it. It's getting caught on there. A gray opaque bicone. Okay, where's that hole? Okay, yeah, obsidian. Gray opaque. And then the pattern is just going to repeat itself. I'll set this to the side for a minute so it'll be out of my way. And see, this one has the same colors in it as well. See those colors? Earth tone, beige, white, gray, and red. Pretty. Crazy Agate has a whole lot of different color beads. That's why they call it Crazy Agate. Colorful Crazy Agate. I finally got a chance to use some of my agate, colorful crazy agates. Goes beautiful with this collection. Kind of glad I got this box because I had paused it in my subscription for a minute, and they end up sending this out anyway. They told me I can keep it, so I'm glad they told me I can keep it because it is a beautiful collection. We're just beading right along. Putting on a bead cap. Another crazy agate. As you can see, this one got very little but earth tones in it. So they all come in different colors. Now you probably can go on TikTok. There is other shops on TikTok that sell these beads. Just the one that I got them from, they no longer sell them. But you can go on to other shops, and SL Felicity, they sell stuff like that. I'll leave their link below for you, because I used to get my gemstones from them too as well. Let's move these beads on down. Just pulling them off my rod makes it easier. Come on. We almost at the end of this rod. Then, like I said, I'm going to fast forward the other side of this. But I want to see first how it's going to look. We're going to see how it's going to look first. Once I add it on to the focal point, to the focal section. When they're on the rod, it makes it easier. It should go by faster if I wouldn't drop them. I like this combination I got going on. Makes it very interesting. When I get done, I'll give you up close, although you already seen it on the rod. You'll see how it looks on the wire. And this is the end of the rod. Beads on the rod, so then top it off with a brass bead. So let's get a clamshell here. I am going to need some crimp beads. It don't matter, because you're not even going to see the crimp beads. So let's put this clamshell on. See, I only have it in this color, but I still think it'll go well with this color scheme. I always use 2 crimp beads. Let's pull it to the top. Try to center it. I can have a steady hand here. Give it a good squeeze. So as you see, we're still going to have something to cut off there. Bring the other one down to it. Squeeze it. Just make sure I got a good squeeze on there. Let's cut off this very top right there. Drop our clamshell down. Close that up. Make sure I got it in there good. This is not the kind you roll down, so I have nothing to roll down with this one. Just a little loop there. Let's have a little loop. Now we're just going to drop all of that down. Then we're going to cut that off. Then we're going to get another clamshell. Just open it up some. Put it on there. Remember, I can't put it all the way to the tippy top this time. I'm just going to put it that way. Grab my crimp bead. Close it tight. Grab my other one. Some people may think this is a waste of crimp beads, but I call it security. Make sure they both closed up the same way. As you can see here, I'm just going to bring you up a little bit closer. As you can see there go the crimp beads. Down up in there. Now we're going to just, let me see if I can just take it back through there. Sometimes that's what I like to do, just take it back down through there. Where it come out, no one knows. I don't even know where it's coming out right now. But it's down up in there. I just don't know where it's at. We're just going to close that up. It's hidden down in there somewhere in the bead. Okay, so we got that. That's one string. And it's up in there somewhere, I don't know. As long as it's up in there, then we're going to take a jump ring. Because I don't have any brass jump rings. So we are going to be using these since I don't have any brass. And these are 6 mm's. Gold would not look right with it. But we are going to hook it up. Let me just put it center so you see what I'm doing. We're going to hook it up. Just get that right. And I always see that this right here is not on there like it should be. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's backwards. Okay, there we go. Now we got these on here. I got 2 over jump rings right here. That's connecting that center part. Move this out the way. Move this out the way. Just move all that up some. So what I want to do is connect this part to that. So that's going to connect there. Thought about connecting it there, but I think that we're going to connect it right there. So let's get a jump ring. I was thinking if I should use my ovals. And I think I just might. I think I might use my oval jump rings. Let's go with some ovals. Instead of those. Instead of the round, we're going to use the ovals and put the rounds at the ends to connect the chain. So see, these are oval jump rings. And open it and go on the side instead of the top. So let's put that on. Connect the beaded section. Now let's see how that looks. See if I like it better with the oval or a round. I think I'll stick with the oval. It's gonna lay it better. Alright, we got that. We're gonna put the chain on at the end, and the chain is gonna be connected to this. Let's see how long it is. So we got about 8.5 inches of beaded section here. I'm gonna need about 4 inches of chain. So that means it's gonna be like 2 inches, about 2 inches on each side. Okay, so let's do the other side. Let's do the other side. So that's how that's gonna look. I'm trying to think and debate if I want to cut this off or put some more beads right there. I know that when I get to it. Right now, let's be some more, and it'll be fast forward. Enjoy the music while I do some beading. Okay, we got the second strand on the other side. So I am thinking, oh man, I messed up. Supposed to be a bead down there. I was trying to make sure I didn't make any mistakes, but I did. Not very noticeable, but I noticed it. Okay. We are already at a long time. However, I do want to put a second strand on, I see. And I'm thinking that the smaller strand might go in here, and I might take this off and put that on the outside and put the smaller strand mixed with these beads on the inside. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll be right back to get it started. Okay, we got all of this right here together. So we got them two strands on. So that's how that's gonna look. So now we gotta figure out these two, the strands on the inside. So this is what I got to try to figure out. Let's put it right here. So I got mostly all the colors. See, I even got a little mustard color in there that matches that right there. That matches some of these beads in here. So, let's see, the red, need a gray, so I have to make sure I'm getting my pattern right. The mustard color on there. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 5 in that. 4, 5. So cap it off. We're gonna put some like little brass beads on there. So this is the mix. Then we got the little silver beads, silver bicons, obsidians, and I grabbed some glass brass beads, seed beads from my own stash that we're going to be adding in here. So let's see, now we need, let me see. Need a red. Then we need obsidian. Then we need, let's see, a silver or a gray bead. So we'll grab a gray peanuts. Like an amber bead. Okay, now we need a brass bead. Then we're gonna need, let's see, red, gray, gonna need a gray bead. No, that's gonna be too close to that. Might need to grab a red. Let's see, grab a red peanut. Obsidian. Gray, get a gray back home. And one of these transparent or iridescent beads. Then a squash bead. And then a brass bead. Okay, we got a little bit more to go. Okay, now we need another red bead. Let's see. We're not going to use that one because we only had used one right here. Let's see. That one is too big. I'm going to use a trapezoid here, or triangle bead. Then obsidian. Y'all might hear the fan because I need to stay cool in here. Then a gray bead. Another amber. AB bead. Let's see here. And look, I'm going to be taking it all the way to the end almost. So let's get a brass bead. And we get a red peanut bead. An obsidian. A gray bead, so let's just go with a gray. The gray round bead. Iridescent bead. See if we can grab it. Squash. Then a brass bead. We should be where we need to be at with this. Yep, so let's get some clam bead here. Get a clam shell. Open that up. And let's put it on there. Thought I had some little... Okay, let's get some... I need some currant beads out. Thought I had enough. Get me some currant beads. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's on there. See, we squeezing them down in there. Get one more. Sometimes I like to put two on there. Okay, now let's cut that off. close that up in there. There we go. Got that closed up. Now we got to do one more, and that would be this, the second string. I'll fast forward. So we're going to push all of that right there. Just move them over so we can work on the second string. Okay, now that we got these two done, now we can put them in the center and attach them on third loop right there. Hopefully this will all lay right. So it's gotta go right there. Gotta go right there. And we're gonna get some over jump rings. So we are through with all of this right here. Might make a bracelet with it. But we're all through. So you can see what we have there. I think it looks real pretty. Just to remind you that this video might be a little long. Some people don't, like I said, some people don't mind long videos and some do. So let's attach this at the bottom. As you can see, it's an oval jump ring. And I wanted to do oval with this. So we're attaching it on there. And then I'm just gonna take it, attach it on there, then flip it over. Because I want to open it on the back. Well, got a little bit of a dry throat there. Okay. That's one attached. I think I might be a little long on that. Let's see. I think two gonna have to be right there. So we're just gonna do 2 inches of chain on each side. That's all I'm going to do is just 2 inches of chain. So we're going to have to stop at about 4. Right there where them little ones at, right there. I like the fact these the kind that, you know, has an opening on them. Okay, now I gotta divide that. Split this in half. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. That's not gonna be right. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So this link right here has to come out. Yep, this one right here has to come out. And I'll just put it back on the chain. Okay, so we'll remove that, and now we can just put the jump ring on here. Let's see how that's gonna work. Let's see if it's gonna look right if I put the chain on there. Because that's all the chain I need. It worked out. Let's get the other one on. And we're almost through. Almost through. We just need two more jump rings to put at the end of that. And it's such a shame that they didn't give us any jump rings to go with it that would match. Which means I am going to have to invest in some brass, antique brass jump rings. So we are putting the toggle on and about to close this pretty lady up. Yes, indeed. Let me see if I can. Let me get my jump rings out of here. And these are 6mm jump rings. For the sake of this video, we are going to go with this color because they do match that. Close this jump ring up. Okay. And actually I need to see exactly how it's gonna lay. So give me a minute. Looks good. It's laying right. Once it's on your body, it lays right. So let's put the toggle on there. This thing you're gonna have to make sure I have it laying right. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me clean up and then you can see. Okay, here go the finished product, the finished necklace. It's a double strand. It has the little flower connectors, daisy connectors right there. A little flower connector right there in the center with the wooden piece right here, connected with some oval jump rings. These are on oval jump rings with clamshells. And we got the bead mix going up through here and right here. Bead mixes right here with the reds and the obsidians and grays and golds and iridescence. And I call this squash looking color that's up in here. We got reds, and we got the brass, and then we got the brass chain right here, and the brass toggle, brass components, and right here the bigger beads are colorful crazy agate that's come from my own collection. So that's about the only beads on here that belongs to my stash. And as you can see, it blends perfectly with the warm weather collection from Bargain Bead Box. Once again, you can get that subscription for $22.97 plus tax, which makes it $24.37. Or you go over to the Bead Box Bargain sister store and you can buy the bead mix. You can buy the wooden pieces, the connectors, the chains, all the components and beads that you to make this type of necklace with, or any type of necklace you want to make with it. With that collection, it's a beautiful collection, and it's a nice subscription box from their company. So it's here with my creation, and I want to thank you all for sitting with me, enjoying the process of making the necklace. Don't forget to go out and be a blessing to someone today, and you be blessed as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.